I'm using a different camera. So if I sound different, it's because I don't have an external mic plugged in. Oh! So it feels like there's shit in my throat. I don't have an external mic plugged into this, but it's tiny and it fits in my purse, so I'm using it. Also, there's not a fucking smudge on the lens. It's just the sun coming through my disgusting, dirty ass window. Oh my god, I thought that was my ex. The one that that I've been excessively talking shit about. The one that I dated in like junior high and high school that I sold the chi from and like caught following me on social media and all that shit. Anyways, I thought that was him. I was like, ooh, oh god. Anyways, I'm at my therapist's office. I'm a little bit early. I left a little early on purpose so I would have time to vlog from the Jeep before I go in. And I just want to say I had plans last night before I went to bed. I was like, tomorrow's going to be different. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to put on a cute outfit. I'm going to do something, blah, 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 blah. That did not happen. I did not put on any makeup. However, I did put on my wig, didn't brush it, kind of relying heavily on the fact that it's brand new. Just hoping that it's not ratty because of that. Honestly, I haven't really looked at it. Put on a cute dress because it was all that was clean, and put on my sunglasses because I felt like it. But listen, I had all these plans and they got blown all to shit. I ended up ordering a delivery, thinking I'm going to do like this cute little like haul for everybody. Ordered these like macarons, ended up eating half of them before I left. So blew the possibility of that all to shit. Yeah. I don't know. The day, it's noon and it feels like the day's already over. It's noon and it feels like the day is already over. But to be honest with you, it's Thursday and it does not feel like a fucking Thursday. I don't know what it feels like, but it doesn't feel like a Thursday. And my days, like Epps and I were just talking about this last night and this morning. Days are like severely fucking blurring together. Like severely. I thought it was Friday. I literally have said like 8 times, probably only twice. I thought it was Friday. What just came out of my mouth? I thought Epps didn't have to work today. I was like excited to go home and see if he wanted to do something. No. It's his last work day of the week. What the fuck? Our days, like me and him, our days are blurring together really, really badly. And I think it's because, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think it's because we've been trapped in the house because of the shitty weather. And also, like, today was supposed to be the boys' last day of school. But D got sent home yesterday sick. And he woke up this morning and his blood sugar is just being absolutely erratic. And he still doesn't feel well. So he didn't go to school again. And I feel like that is just throwing us off all over the place, too. But it's about to get even worse because they're not going to be in school for 3 months, and we're just going to be living life. We're just going to be flying by the ass of our pants all summer, and I'm very excited for it. Anyways, do I need to get inside? I hate sitting in there. I hate it because it's such a small waiting room. I'm like anxious the entire time that somebody's going to try to talk to me. And I don't want them to. I'm anxious because I think somebody's going to try to talk to me. I'm anxious because I've seen some scary shit happen in there. Yeah, I'd rather stay in my car. I'd rather stay in my car and not have to deal with anything. I'd rather stay in my car and talk to myself. Examples of why I don't like to sit in the waiting room at my therapist's office. One time, this guy like exploded on the secretary. He had a backpack on, which was fucking terrifying. Everybody in the room was holding their breath. He exploded on the secretary, was saying the N word, the F word. Like, I don't know how she didn't call the cops, but it lasted like way too long. It lasted like everybody in the room was fucking holding their breath because we didn't know what was going to happen. He was like going off about PDF files and like all this shit. One time we had to be on lockdown because this guy showed up and threw a brick through his ex's window because she was inside. Like he threw a brick through her fucking back window, and then the cops like tackled him in the parking lot. And then little things have happened, like one time I was sitting in there and this girl that I've literally known since kindergarten, literally have known her since kindergarten, but haven't liked her for probably like a decade. Couldn't remember why. She came up to me and she was like, I said something awful to you on the internet and I just wanted to apologize. And I was like, okay. Like, okay. And later realized that she had said something about my dead kids. And I was like, fuck you. I don't forgive you, but I also don't think about it. So, but okay. I mean, kind of thank you for apologizing, but also I don't care. You know, like I don't accept your apology, but I also am not losing sleep over it. So I am the type of person that gets lucky enough that shit like that happens to me when I'm in there. So yeah, I just like to retreat to my fucking vehicle. Also, my legs are swelling. I probably should call my cardiologist because he told me to look for leg swelling. My legs, I put my socks on this morning and I know they're like brand new socks, but I was like, why are these cutting into my ankles? So, mental note, call my cardiologist and report that my legs are swelling. Oh my God, the other day when Epps and I were walking around, because he told me like, watch for legs swelling, watch for swelling in your hands. And the other day when Epps and I were walking around the record store, my hands and my legs started swelling. And I was like, oh good, oh great. Anyways, I've been trying to do this thing though, like while laying in bed or like laying on the floor or whatever, where I'm like stretching my body for 30 minutes at a time. No rhyme or reason to it. No routine to it. I don't actually know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like stretching out my arms, stretching out my legs, like hugging my knees to my chest, just trying to like not lose flexibility, muscle, blah, 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 from like how much I've been struggling to get out of bed. I'm like terrified of like getting a blood clot or something. So, yeah, I've been doing, I thought about like getting on YouTube and looking up like absolute beginners yoga, cause it would be really nice. We have this like area beside our garage that's like, it's like literally looks like you're in a fucking forest, but you're not, fenced off. And I thought about like looking up like beginners yoga and like sitting back there because there's privacy and like stretching every day for like 20-30 minutes. Cause it really, oh my God, it helps so much. Like even just laying in bed and stretching out my legs. I like to do this thing where I put my legs in the air and like pretend like I'm pedaling a bike. It makes me feel so much better. But I'm thinking about if anybody has like any YouTube channels that have like, and I mean bare fucking absolute beginners level stretching / yoga. I mean, you've never done it before in your life. You've never done, I'm at that level of a beginner. I need it because it feels really, really good. It makes me feel really good. It I don't know. Mentally and physically, it makes me feel better. I think I need to go inside though. I feel like I have ran my mouth enough. And also the Jeep is starting to fucking heat up because this is going to be, every time I go to an appointment, when I arrive, regardless of if it's in the morning, if it's in the afternoon, it doesn't matter. When I arrive, it's like not hot. It's like usually chilly or, you know, acceptable out. And then by the time that I leave, it's fucking miserable. The Jeep is starting to feel like a microwave. Whereas 10 minutes ago, it was like nice and comfortable. Now it's starting to heat up like a fucking microwave. I can tell how damp it is outside. That always happens to me, regardless of what time my appointment is. Day, night, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm hoping the audio on this is going to be okay. I gotta get inside. What is that? Is it on my nose? Hot. Wonderful. I need to haul this so I can shower. Oh my God. No, I don't know how I did that. I have so many sleepies on my eyes. I feel disgusting. I feel greasy, but like I have to haul this before I can take a shower, because I've got some stuff I need for the shower in here. Listen, yesterday I came home from therapy and I called my cardiologist, and I was put on hold, like not by his office, but by like the hospital, because like all of the secretaries were busy. And I was on hold for like 3 minutes and it hung up on me. And so I just sat here and stared at the floor for a little bit. But then I became like really, really determined. And I got on my chart and I tried to send a message. And every fucking time that I tried to send a message, it would take me out of the app and put me into Safari. And it was like super, super, super zoomed in. And eventually I was like, oh shit, let me try it this way. Flip my phone to the side, and this new message, send message, new message, whatever it is, was grayed out, so I couldn't click it at all. So I had to sit here and have another crisis, like stare at the floor, stare at the ceiling, stare at the wall, wondering what the hell I'm gonna do, because I absolutely had to let him know. And eventually I just called back and like chose the leave a message option instead of the wait on hold option, which I should have chosen in the first place, because the secretary can only do so much, like maybe like direct you to the nurse line, and you're gonna have to leave a message there anyway. So I left a message and just like told them, you know, my name, my birthday, what was going on. And the message, like the record thing, the little thing that plays before you, was like, make sure that you don't leave us multiple messages. We will get back to you by the end of the day. And I was thinking, well, it's like 1:30. I don't think they're going to be calling me back today. Well, it's the next day. It's been about 24 hours. I don't know if they're going to call me back at all. And I'm trying to figure out if it's like obnoxious for me to call again, because the little like recorded message thing like specifically says don't call multiple times. We're not going to call you back any faster just because you spam the voicemail box. And I'm like, oh my God. But I need to let them know. I need to let them know. Yesterday, after I did that, I was like laying around. I felt like shit. E went with his dad. D went with his dad. And I was like, I can't lay here. I can't do nothing. There was like a break in the shitty ass weather. Wen and I went outside to sit in the sun. The sun very quickly disappeared when we got out there. Come back upstairs. I'm sitting here. Epps comes up like an hour later. He's like, I'm going on my break. Do you know where my headphones are? I think I'm going to take a walk. And I'm like, oh my God, is it not raining anymore? And he was like, no. So I went into the backyard and paced around for like, I started at 7 and I stopped at 8:37, I do believe, and I got over 10,000 steps. I ended the night with like, hold on. I ended the night with over 10,000. I stopped walking when I hit 10,000. But overall, I ended the night with 10,268 steps, which for some of you is probably not that big of a deal, but for my ass it is, because here recently I have been struggling to move. There have literally been days when I have only taken a couple hundred steps. I have only taken enough steps to go to the bathroom, to go downstairs and cook for the kids and get their clean clothes and do all of that. Like those are the only steps that I have taken, and it comes out to like less than 1,000. And I was actually shocked that I could fucking do it, because like I worry that about losing muscle mass and flexibility and blah blah blah, but like my whole fucking body hurt from how much I've been laying around. And I know like the weather's not helping, and like depression and all that, but I was like determined to do it. And I just put on my headphones and completely fucking lost track of time. Like first I had a goal of 20 minutes, and then the 20-minute mark came and I was like, oh, that wasn't a big deal. And then I did 30 minutes, and then I was like, oh, that wasn't a big deal. I'll go 10 more minutes, then turn to 40 minutes. And then once I hit the 1 hour mark, I was like, I'm just gonna go until I hit 10,000. And then by the end of it, listen, I walked for 1 hour and 37 minutes in Crocs like a toddler. Saw a lot of snails in my backyard, bees. It was nice. It wasn't hot. But anyways, while I'm walking, and this has happened to me most of my life. This has happened to me most of my life. It happens to my mom. It happens to my grandma. I did not realize that this is because of heart issues. The blood pools in my hands and it pulls in my legs. Mostly around my knees, like my thighs will turn like purple. And I did not realize that that is because of heart issues. I didn't know, because every time they've asked me about it, I'm like, no, not really. And then I was talking to my therapist about it yesterday. He doesn't have POTS. His mom has POTS. And he was telling me that that happens to her. And I was like, that's like pretty much always happened to me. So I don't think anything of it. To me, that is normal. To me, that is not something that is abnormal. So like, I don't think anything of it. And he was like, well, you need to bring it up, because my testing that I've had done has been completely limited because of my fucking insurance. So now I'm like, what do I need to do to let my doctor know this? Because it's something he's always asking about. Do you notice any puffiness in your legs? Do you notice any puffiness in your hands? I can safely say that yesterday and then the time before that, when Epps and I were walking around the record store, like downtown towards the record store, was the first time that I had ever had my ankles and my feet feel like they were getting puffy. See, in my head, when I think of like swelling, I think of when I was pregnant and I had, what's the thing where your blood pressure is like dangerous? I can't think of it, but I had that with E, and I almost died because of it. He had to be born at 34 weeks because of it. I think of that. My legs swelled up so big, so fast that I got stretch marks on them from how, like from the ride from my house to the hospital. Like, my doctor walked in and saw me and he was like, oh my God, like I was so swollen and so puffy. That's what I think of. But like the other stuff, like my hands swelling, my legs swelling, the blood pooling and stuff, is not something that ever registered to me as abnormal, because I've been experiencing it for like as long as I can remember, and my mom and my grandma and everything. So to me, that wasn't a red flag. You know what I mean? That wasn't a red flag. So now I'm like, okay, do we need to begin this journey of hounding my insurance company again for more testing? Because all I got to do was my walking EKG and it showed atrial fibrillation. So, but they haven't called me back. They haven't called me back. I don't know. I don't want to be obnoxious or anything like that. But maybe I'll try to log in on my chart on my computer or something and see how that works. I don't know. But I have a haul for you hookers. I don't know. I am worried though, because I've had very limited testing because of my insurance being an asshole. So my doctor did say the last time that I saw him, he was going to try in a couple of months. He was going to try again in a couple of months to get me a stress test. He still wants me to get a stress test, even though my walking EKG showed atrial fibrillation. He still wants me to get a stress test. So like the limited testing that I've had done bothers him. It bothers him. He wants me to get more. So he's going to try in like 6 months to get more. He's gonna start hounding my insurance for more testing, and it's like okay, like low-key, high-key, do we have to wait 6 months? But it's probably a better idea too. Anyways, I mean, he deals with insurances all the time, so he probably knows what he's doing. He probably does this all the time. So I'm just gonna let him do his job. This is bugging the fuck out of me. It's very painful. I woke up really early this morning and I could not fall back to sleep, so I went ahead and ordered some stuff from Walmart that I was planning to order anyway. But 2 of the things that I ordered they didn't have, which is okay, because I was thinking like while I was ordering it, do I like actually need this, or is this just like frivolous because I already have a lot of body sprays? Like, do I really need this? They didn't have them. It was probably a sign that I didn't. I went ahead and got some contact solution to put in my my eyebrow pomade because it's dry as shit, but there's so much of it left. I have 2 pots of it and it's super, super, super dried out. I got some Fruit Farm Vanilla Glaze aftershave. I've bought this twice. One of them, I got it and realized that it had strawberry in it. I'm allergic to strawberry, so I couldn't use it. The other one, I'm out of it, so I went ahead and got this one. I mostly really like it on my thighs. I mostly like to really use it on my inner thighs. Okay, I got this cosmetics bag for my medications and my vitamins and my supplements and stuff like that, just to keep them all together at one time. It's kind of big and it like opens up. I tried to open it to show you guys, but it like opens up really wide. My vitamin containers are fucking huge. Kind of hoping keeping them all together in one spot will kind of lessen the chances of me losing one. And also, like, I can keep my birth control and everything in there. It's nice and big. It was less than $13, but that's why I got that. I just wanted a little bag to keep my vitamins, my supplements, my medications, and my pill case and birth control and everything like that. It smells like new fake leather. I ordered some new press-ons because the ones that I'm wearing are starting to get a little bit loose, and they didn't have the style that I wanted. And when I tell you I was like half asleep whenever I accepted the replacement, I mean it. This is the ones they replaced them with. They're fine. They're fine. I'm not going to be able to paint over them. I wanted these long ones that had like diamonds on them with no accent nail, but they were sold out. These ones, I'm not gonna be able to paint over them because of the diamonds, but that's okay. I guess those are my next nails in the rotation. I got some more hair dye because it's about that time. I don't think I'm gonna be dyeing my hair. Usually I do it on the weekends, but I think I might do it sometime next week. I don't feel as rushed to dye it as I normally do because I've been using Color Safe shampoo and it has actually been helping. My grays are coming through as I do because they're assholes, but not nearly as bad as they were whenever I used Dove. I got, which I love that Dove shampoo. It smells so good. It smells so good. It makes my hair feel like silk, but it absolutely destroys my hair dye. Like, my hair dye does not last 2 weeks with it, so I had to stop using it. I got some of this because I need to get up. I like to use the shave oil stuff and just like sit and do my shave, like do my shave my legs and stuff, but I got some of this because I need to be standing up more. I need to be moving my body more, and I got that to encourage me to shave in the shower. I got some of these too. Got some deodorant because yesterday I went to put my fucking deodorant on, opened it up, and it had like busted. It had like crumbled. It got everywhere. And then I grabbed the one out of my purse and it was like on the ass end of it, like the hard plastic part. It's like I literally had to scrape it on my armpits and it was absolutely atrocious. So I went ahead and I grabbed some more of this, or I ordered some more of this. I ordered some of this lip gloss. Please be closed. Okay, it is closed. It's the Lifter, the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Stone. Last thing that I got is I got these like sandals. I ordered them in an 11 because I ordered some like cheap flip-flops in a size 10, and like they're good enough for me to run outside and like get the laundry, grab the mail, grab packages and stuff like that, but they are, if they were like shoes and not flip-flops, I wouldn't be able to put them on. So I got these in a size 11. I just thought that they were really, really cute. They're like old school. I think I paid 14 something, very close to 15, probably 15 after taxes. I just thought they were really, really cute. I just thought that, and in my head, I'm like, I could put something on this band. I could put something on this band, and they're kind of like old school. They remind me of the type of stuff that was very popular whenever I was a teenager, and we all know that millennials are ate up with nostalgia. So anyways, I need to go shower and brush my teeth and wash my face because I feel fucking disgusting, and I haven't done any of that stuff today. And I feel fucking like I'm gonna cry if I don't. I don't know if this video is gonna be over or not. I don't know how long this haul's going to be, but if it is over, you'll see the outro after I'm done talking.